No bedrooms, no bathrooms, no locks. Imagine sharing one shelter with your entire extended family. Every night, every meal, every argument. Now here's the question nobody asks. Where did you go to change your clothes? Where did couples sneak off to be alone? And if you were a prehistoric woman, was there anywhere on Earth you could get 5 minutes to yourself? Today we're asking, did cavemen actually have privacy? First, let's kill the caveman myth. Prehistoric humans didn't all live in caves. They built shelters, real, engineered structures. At a site called Terra Amata in France, dated to roughly 400,000 years ago, archaeologists found evidence of shelters used by family or social groups, some nearly 15 meters long. These weren't caves. They were homes, built around hearths that served as the heart of the group, for warmth, cooking, protection, and pulling people together to talk. And these homes weren't chaotic piles of bodies. At a 23,000-year-old site called Ohalo II in Israel, archaeologists uncovered a brush hut with a central hearth, distinct work areas, and grass bedding pressed into the ground around the walls. That's organization. That's a household with a floor plan, tens of thousands of years before floor plans existed. So did everyone just sleep in one giant pile? Probably not exactly. People likely slept close together, near the fire, near each other, for warmth and safety from predators. At Ohalo II, the sleeping area ran around the inside edge of the hut. But this changed across time. Later Upper Paleolithic sites show separate hearths and debris clusters that look like individual family zones inside a larger camp. Earlier sites look more communal. There's no single caveman household you can stamp on hundreds of thousands of years of human history. Here's where it gets genuinely strange. Clothing. Cloth doesn't survive tens of thousands of years, so how do we even know when humans started wearing it? The answer is lice. Body lice can only survive in clothing, and genetic studies estimate that body lice split off from head lice somewhere between 83,000 and 170,000 years ago. That's our rough timestamp for habitual clothing. Later, the picture sharpens. Bone and ivory needles start appearing, letting people sew closely fitted garments instead of just draping skins over themselves. And some female figurines from Europe, dated 20,000 to 29,000 years ago, appear to show elaborate headgear, woven bands, and skirt-like garments, possibly made from plant fiber. Yes, Stone Age women may have worn skirts thousands of years before farming even existed. So how did a prehistoric woman change clothes with no walls, no doors, no privacy? Honestly, we don't know. There's no fossilized changing room. But there's a clue from anthropology. A 2021 study looked at 10 hunter-gatherer societies still living traditionally, and 9 of the 10 had clothing tied to modesty. One historical account in that research describes Andaman women stepping away to a secluded spot to change their leaf aprons, even avoiding doing it in front of other women. That doesn't prove Stone Age women did the exact same thing. You can't copy modern hunter-gatherers backward onto the Paleolithic. But it proves something bigger. You don't need a bedroom to want privacy. A rock, a bush, a shelter wall, or just people agreeing to look away. All of that can create privacy without a single brick. And let's kill one more myth while we're at it. Women sitting at camp while men hunted. In Peru, at a site called Wilamaya Patjxa, archaeologists found a roughly 9,000-year-old burial of a young woman, buried with a hunting toolkit, including projectile points that showed wear consistent with actually being used to hunt. Prehistoric women weren't confined to one role. And prehistoric camps weren't always one tidy nuclear family either. Mobile groups were often fluid, made up of people who weren't all blood relatives. What about sex? Bathing? Periods? Going to the bathroom? Archaeology genuinely cannot answer these. We can reconstruct diet from bones. We can reconstruct sleeping arrangements from grass. We can even guess at clothing from lice. But the deeply personal, private moments of daily life? Those vanish completely from the record, leaving only what living cultures today can hint at. So, did cavemen have privacy? Maybe not the kind we know. No doors, no locks, no bedrooms. But privacy was never only a place. It can be a rule, a shared understanding, a moment where everyone quietly agrees not to look. Prehistoric humans may not have needed four walls to have something private after all.